a large audience. I think maybe Professor Tharek provide very good lessons, very therefore lessons, so that so many people come even under bad weather condition. Okay, it's nice that class today. Again, I will show our big hand to Professor Tharek to start the class.
Thank you, Professor Young, again for the introduction. We will continue from yesterday on the air interface. And I think yesterday we have seen about the OFDM, and also we have seen some of the advantages and disadvantages of OFDM. And then you know that yesterday we are using we use downlink for OFDM, and I think because of the one of the disadvantages of OFDM is the peak to average power ratio. In order to reduce the complexity of the mobile or UE, then in LTE they have decided to use single carrier FDMA for the uplink in order to overcome the effects of the PAPR, also to reduce the complexity of the PAPR. So maybe I will just straight go to the last slide that yesterday that we have talked. Okay, I think before we move there, again just give some highlight about the OFDM. You know, before FDMA, DDMA, CDMA, but in OFDMA, since they are based on different resource blocks, you can assign different resource to different users, depend on the availability. And the bandwidth, as we see, is scalable, 1.4 up to 20. And 1.4 it can support 6 resource blocks, 20 can go up to 100 resource block. And because of the time frame required in the sub radio frame for 1 millisecond, the one resource block, at least pair or 2 resource block have to be assigned to a user, because one sub frame is 1 millisecond. Okay, so we have seen that yesterday, and I think there is some question from the participant yesterday asking, we have 20 megahertz for example, but actually the bandwidth when we calculate is not occupied directly in 20, but actually if you see within the channel bandwidth, this is channel bandwidth. When we say 1.4, 3, 5, 10, 15, 20 is the channel bandwidth. So the occupied or transmission bandwidth is less than that. Maybe if you calculate, you have 10, maybe around 9.4, something like that, right? Because they are, if you see here, they are occupied, or because transmission bandwidth will be a little bit less than the channel bandwidth. Okay, that because they fit the channel, but even if you see because of the resource block having inside there, if you calculate, there is some group of that. It's like a cut edge or cut band between them. Okay, so those, I think there's some, I think participant remember ask me about that question. Okay, now we will see on the uplink requirement. Okay, yesterday we see uplink, we need to have UE transmission power should be less and able implementation of cost effective. As you see the power amplifier, if you have a PAPR that we seen earlier, because PAPR just to reflect back again, then you will produce a peak that will cause you the problem in power efficiency of the power amplifier and also the battery life, right? To reduce that, that's why they decided that 3GPP decided that for LTE they have to use different improvement or addition of additional component to make it as a what you call the single carrier. Okay, And then we will see that these are the problem yesterday. When you add together some component, they will have a high peak which can affect the power amplifier and also your battery life. Because you need to have a linear region to cater for the high peak. But what Wyman have done, because Wyman, as I already explained yesterday, using both uplink and downlink for FDM, okay, they use clipping. Or other way is to do a selective. You have to select which sub carrier doesn't have a high peak, then you will give more processing and more burden to that. So LTE, as we already seen, you solve this problem by modifying it to single carrier FDMA. So now we want to understand what is meant by the single carrier FDMA and what is the difference between FDMA and single carrier FDMA. Okay, as you know, for uplink, the only component they need to add into the transmitter or in the receiver is the DFT, discrete model transport. Here the LTE cost can provide this formulation for uplink, because uplink from user you can see depend on the category of your unit. You have 5 categories. Okay, and then I think only category 5 only can support all. Category 1 to category 4 they only up to 64. Downlink of course it will support up to 64. DFT is applied here. DST is applied before you go to the sub-carrier battery. Because here is to transport it to the frequency domain. Okay, so sub-carrier battery allow flexible allocation of signal to sub-carrier, which means in the OMDM, every sub-carrier one signal. So in OFDM, every sub-carrier is one symbol, but in the single carrier FDMA, sub-carrier can contain many symbols, but they spread out over a number of sub-carrier. That's why they call a single carrier, right? So with this, they can overcome the effect of big APR. Okay, so those are why that. So sub-carrier mapping a flexible allocation above to an available sub-carrier. So, but they still have IFT, and so they still have a cyclic profit insertion there to overcome the intersymbol interference patterns. So each sub-carrier carry only a portion of the symbols. That's why we call it, sometimes we call this as pre-coded OFDM. That's why before you use all of them, you do a pre-coding to spread out the symbol into different sub-carrier. This is the difference. You will see that the single carrier only add the transmitter and add the receiver, DFT component. But the component here, if you compare this and the OFDM, they are similar. So the additional component that extra here to spread out the symbol into different sub-carriers by using this DFT. So that is the difference.